It's your boy, Holy Joe Rock and Roll, the man with a tan who's always got a plan. Friend, today, July 26th, 2014, sent me a link to a New York Times article saying that in the last 10 years, or at least since 2003 to 2013, the median household wealth of American families has dropped 35%. That's right, that in 2003, the median household wealth was about $87.9, so $88,000, and in 2013, 10 years later, it dropped to 53 or 56,000 something, 35% decline. And the article continued to go on. I'll put a link down below to the article from the New York Times. Continued to talk the same liberal dribble about the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. Folks, I just wanted to say something that since 2003, my heart, if not my soul, has been out of the country, has been in Poland. And while it is true I have gotten poor in dollar terms, I'm certainly a lot richer in terms of family and in friends. And PPP, purchasing power parity, a lot richer here out of the country. So I'd also like to add that the rich get richer typically because the rich do things that help them get richer. And I would argue that people who are poor or getting poorer should try to emulate the things that the rich do. Let me give you some examples. Rich people, when they marry, they get prenup agreements. Why? So that when they get divorced, their wife doesn't take their house, their kids, their car, and half their fucking money. That's how the rich stay richer. They don't get screwed over by some fucking lawyer who takes everything. That's number one. Number two, rich do smart things. They have a saying in the rich community that says, what? You only have to get rich once. What does that mean? It means once you get rich, you become very conservative. You start saving that money in very conservative ways, less risk-averse ways. You open up businesses that you know are going to make money. You buy T-bills, which are guaranteed to pay. Who cares about the value of the dollar? You're going to get guaranteed to get paid that T-bill. Municipal bills, they're triple tax-free. That's what rich people do. They do smart things to protect that wealth. So I'm just saying, people, think about it. And all you liberals out there who want to help the poor but are against fracking, think about the thousands, if not maybe hundreds of thousands of new rich people in the Dakotas, in Ohio, in Pennsylvania, who simply allowed an E&P, that's pure Wall Street gibberish for energy and production companies, energy companies, to come, lease their property, drill a couple of holes, tap into an oil and natural gas stream, and then pay that landowner royalties for the life of the well, which could be 15, 25, 30 years. I've got stories of ranchers, cattlemen, farmers from North Dakota, simple people, hardworking people. They discovered oil on their land. These guys are getting checks for $300,000 a month. And what have these newly rich people done? These nouveau rich, not like the city folks, nouveau rich going out buying all kinds of crazy shit. These nouveau rich folks, what have they done? Practically nothing. Talked to a guy since he's became this nouveau rich. He still is a cattleman, still raises cattle. All he bought a new truck, a new Ford truck, an American truck, and he bought a Ford pickup, and he also bought a new pair of cowboy boots. That's about it. Now that's smart, but that's a new rich guy, a guy who was a working class farmer, rancher, probably wasn't poor, but probably wasn't very rich either. Now he's nouveau rich. And I think that those of you who are against fracking, I'm not saying that we should do radical, random fracking, but hey, within reason, we should do it. Let these people get rich. Let's help Americans become energy independent and richer. It solves a lot of problems. So I guess it's a complicated issue. Look, most people got poor because they lost their house, they lost their job, and that's how they got poor, in my humble opinion. I'll give you another quick story, not even anecdotal. I was in Silicon Valley thinking about buying a house out there. I did a little Google search, found it was probably Santa Clara or San Jose or one of those sands, right? It was like how they build these, if you know the area, they build these kind of in a individual house that's connected. There's 4 houses actually connected together They're small 2-story houses, no basement. And I saw it, and it was $180,000. I looked at it, looked it up, checked the MLS, and I guess originally it was like $280,000. So it's like, wow. I looked further, it was in foreclosure for $180,000. I thought that's pretty interesting. Maybe I'll take a look at it. And then Google popped up, said, show me other properties like this. I clicked on it. The map completely turned red. There was literally thousands of pinheads that dropped, and all of those properties were in foreclosure. And that was in 2007. 2007, right? So all of these houses in Silicon Valley were in foreclosure and probably were repossessed, and who knows what's happened to them since. That's 7 years ago. Those people probably lost their jobs, unemployed, underemployed, and that's what happened to them. So, I'm just really tired of this thing, the rich getting richer. Yeah, of course the rich are going to get richer. Unless you lose your money in a card game, you're going to keep staying rich, because rich people do rich things that rich people do. So if you are poor and you want to get rich, just find a rich person and ask them how the hell did he got rich. And if he tells you in real estate or location, it's probably Tom Vu, tell him to fuck off. Find somebody else, or PM me, and I'll give you some pointers. I'm Holy Joe Rock and Roll, and I want the rich to get richer, but I also want the poor to get richer too. But you got to change your behaviors, all right? Till next time, peace out. Holy Joe Rock and Roll.